So this is it. We've finally gotten the Batman film we have been waiting for since The Dark Knight. Not that one. No. The Lego Batman movie does more with the character of Batman than any film since 2008's The Dark Knight, exploring the deep emotional issues that the character deals with every day, while also simultaneously cracking a ridiculous number of jokes about his abs. First things first, the presentation. The film is gorgeous. Just like 2014's The Lego Movie, everything in Gotham is made of plastic Lego bricks. And the set design is fantastic to look at. There are little details everywhere that had my eyes darting back and forth trying to take it all in. It was wonderful. And the animation is equal parts brilliant and absurd. Absurdity is probably the best word I can use to describe this film. There is a lot of crazy stuff that happens that isn't really explained. For instance, there's a scene where Alfred is trying to get Batman to attend a gala event for Commissioner Gordon. And the camera cuts back and forth between Alfred, who's trying to argue why Batman should go, and Batman rolling and writhing around on the ground almost as if he's possessed by a demon. And neither character addresses it, and it never happens again. It just has Batman freaking out on the ground a little bit, and then it moves on to the next set piece. The randomness is where children are going to find the most amusement in this film, as a lot of the straight up jokes are very referential. There's a lot of references to his previous films and his comic history, as well as completely separate franchises. But none of the references feel forced. A lot of times when other movies try to make similar jokes, it kind of just makes you cringe. This film manages that beautifully, and I largely credit that to the voice cast that handled the material perfectly. Speaking of the voice cast, Will Arnett yet again crushes it as Batman. He's able to capture the sort of cocky, playboy side of Bruce Wayne, as well as the damaged, emotionally scarred Batman. And the rest of the cast was excellent as well. Michael Cera was a great Robin, Rosario Dawson was a very believable Barbara Gordon, and Zach Galifianakis is the best Joker we have seen on the big screen in years. Sorry, Jared Leto, but the bearded guy is better. Now, this whole time I've been gushing about the film, but it's certainly not perfect. My biggest complaint with this movie is that I feel like for the first 2/3, the filmmakers were set upon making a Batman-themed comedy. And then for the last little bit, they were like, oh crap, this is supposed to be a kid's movie. For the first part of the film, it's just rapid-fire joke after joke after joke. Then suddenly it hits this sort of brick wall where all of that slows to a crawl, and then it starts trying to shove in messages about like friends and family and stuff. It was a bit jarring, to be honest. It's because of this I felt like the climax of the film was a little underwhelming. I was having a really great time for the majority of the film, and then it just sort of fizzled out and left me unsatisfied. But I definitely understand why the film wound up going the way that it did. Both Will Arnett and director Chris McKay stated that with this film, they wanted to explore a side of Batman that isn't really seen much. Why doesn't he have any friends? Now, yes, I know in the comics there's a whole Bat family. There's Robin, Batwoman, Batgirl. Hell, there's even a freaking Bat cow. But she's the subject for a completely different video. And yes, there have been films that have shown him with Robin, but I, like most people, have been trying to forget those since the 90s, so they don't count. Point is, they wanted to make a film where Batman figures out that he needs to let other people into his life, and the whimsical family-friendly nature of this movie allowed them to do that. And in the end, despite the disappointing climax, I would still highly recommend going to go see the Lego Batman movie. If you're an adult with no kids, maybe catch it at matinee price, but if you have children, I would definitely say that it's worth paying full price to see it in theaters, as it's good fun for all ages. Have you seen the Lego Batman movie? What'd you think about it? And what Batman film other than The Dark Knight is your favorite? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and have a good one.